Good morning, everyone. It's or good afternoon. Yeah, it's Sunday, and we are still jogging all the time with PowerBi, with DAX. Today we are going to talk about all and filter functions, and we will start with a new data set for video game sales. And I would like to on the video also make some changes in importing the CSV file. So first of all, we are going to use first rows as headers. The rank is a whole number. It's more useful to sort it by if it's a whole number format rather than a text format. What else I would like to change here is that these figures are numbers in millions. These are the sales in units of games for North America, Europe, Japan, other sales, and global sales, which is a sum of these four. And first I have to change the decimal for a comma, because that's how I have a settings here. So I will replace values, change dot for a comma. Now I think I have to change it for a whole number, because I would like to multiply the number by million. I want to have the numbers in the whole numbers, not like these units, and I know that the 41 is 41 million. I want to see that there is a 41 million of sales. So all of these are changed now into whole numbers, and will multiply, or probably, yeah, I think it's better now. Right now I think replace current. Yeah, it's better to change them to decimals, because, well, they have something after the decimal point. Then I will multiply it by million and then change it to a whole number. I have to replace all the steps I have done, and each step has to be done separately. But I will copy the number of million, so it will take a little bit less time. Okay, so now it's all multiplied, and now I want to change everything to a whole number, and it will look nice. Not sure if that's the best solution, but the outcome is as wanted. Right, so let's load it into the PowerBi, and let's start with all function. Yeah, let's sort that ascending. So we've got the name of the game, platform, year, genre, publisher, and the sales I already mentioned. Let's make a measure that will contain all function. So, for example, we would like to see how many games of genre puzzle there are. Puzzle games counter, which is calculate count rows of genre, count rows of the whole table, and the genre will be puzzle, but also the whole VG sales all function and VG sales inside. So you're looking on the whole table. Yeah, let's do it like this. Let's copy that. Let's create a new measure that will be counter no all. Let's compare the differences. So I need to delete the all function and 1 comma. Also, we will create a table for measures. Let's see if that's possible to create a table without anything inside. Oh, it's possible. Good to know. So that's moved to table, and this one is also moved to table. This one is deleted from the model. So we have two measures here, and let's look at a table in which we can use a puzzle games counter and puzzle games counter with no all. Okay, so now the counter is the same. Let's use a slicer. Let's use a slicer on a platform. So now no all filters shows the amount of games of I know what is PS3, so that's a good example. So there is a console like PS3, and this counter shows all games, puzzle games on PS3, right? And this puzzle games counter shows all the time how many puzzle games there are in the whole table. So the filter on slicer doesn't apply to this measure, as the all function blocks it. That's why it is used. However, if I would use the genre slicer on filtering, then it doesn't make any changes, because both of the measures are using the filter on puzzle on the column genre. So if it's used within the function in DAX, that has the priority, and after that there are slicers. So for this case, the outcome is the same for the slicer, and we may create another example with all. I would like to create some variables here to train also that. So let's create a new measure, and we may check ratio of sales, ratio of sales for maybe is there a PS4? Let's look at PS4. Okay, so PS4 sales ratio, global sales ratio, global sales ratio. And the first one will be a variable called PS4 global sales, which is used with calculate function. Let's sum the global sales, and let's use the platform is equal to PS4. Enough of the brackets. The second function is global sales total, which is calculate sum of global sales with all function for the whole table, so nothing will be changed regarding to the filters we will apply later. At the end of the use of variables, we need to use the return function. Oh, I need to go here, shift enter, and here is the return, and divide PS4 global sales by global sales total, and that should be it. So now let's check. I need to put this into my measure table. and change the format for percentage. Here we would like to see this measure. Okay, so only 3.12% of games are sold regarding to the global sales on the PS4, right? And now let's use some filter. So if I use the platform, I guess it shouldn't change. Okay, it's always 3.12 because applying this filter doesn't make sense, as I'm looking only on PS4 global sales. So if I would choose anything different than PS4, then it would be 0, so it still shows the outcome. However, if I change the filtering on genre, then the percentages change, because if we look at the measure here, we are looking at the sum of sales for PS4. So if I'm applying a filter on a different column than PS4, then I'm considering sales on PS4 and filter chosen. So for here is the sales of PS4 regarding genre action compared to the whole sales for everything, actually, for total of sales in the whole table. So only 0.98%. I think that's how it's supposed to be said. So just below 1% is a game sold on PS4 and action. So probably some of these games are close to 0%, right? So that's how it works. Yeah, so I guess for all function, that's all I wanted to talk about. And now let's skip to the filter function. So filter function also works with calculate, and how as the name says, it's filtering the table. So let's filter games count above after 2010. So let's go with calculate, count rows for VG sales, and we are counting for year. Oh, it's interesting if that will work, because not sure what is the format of year, but maybe it will work. And year as a column is higher than 2010. Let's see if it works. Let's see table here. Let's put that to our table of measures. Games count. Okay, it doesn't work, but probably we know how to fix that. So the format is wrong. It can't count these numbers. Well, it's actually a date, but I will use it as a whole number. I think it's correct for such calculations. One of the loaded queries, 271 errors. Okay, show me the errors. And what is the error? NA. Well, maybe let's delete that. That's some additional query that was created. Let's delete the group. And here, let's maybe, okay, let's change that to date. How it works. There are still some errors. Maybe there are some empty places. Maybe just I will remove the errors. I don't care about them right now. And I have the count after 2010. but probably is regarding also the filter, so we'll delete that. Okay, so we have the outcome. So we filtered the games after 2010. If I will change the measure to 2000, the number should decrease actually. I would think so. Let's think about that. Okay, we count rows. VG sales is higher than 2000. How about 980? It doesn't change. How about 2020? That's interesting. Not sure how to. I didn't. I haven't done any date example before. Yeah, so we can't do that. The year. Well, we will not use the year in this situation. I will create a different. Maybe we'll create a count for we platform. So we games count. Count rows here. Count for blah. Oh, and did I use the filter function before that? I'm not sure. Filter whole table, so VG sales, and the second function is, I don't like that these suggestions are in front of here, so I don't remember what I was writing. I don't know if I was talking about we or what. It was just a guess actually. Okay, so the game count is 1290. Another option we could do with the filter, new measure. Let's filter number of rows with the global sales above. How many would be a lot? Let's say 100 million. I think it would be a lot. Count rows above. This is 100. This is 100,000. This is 100 million. So calculate count rows on the VG sales table with filter on VG sales, because first argument is the table and second one is the filter expression, which is global sales higher than, this is 100 because I can write like this with space. So 100, 100,000. Oh, damn it. 100, 1, 2, 3, 100,000, 1, 2, 3, 100 million. Let's close all that. Let's see the outcome. So there is none. Did I wrote too much? How much is that? 82,070,000. Okay, so 100 was too much, but 10 would be alright, I think. Still not? Too much zeros? Why there is nothing here? No, something's wrong. Oh. Where did I delete it from? Okay, now it's okay. I'm not sure. I'm a little bit lost right now. maybe I counted the zeros wrong. Nevertheless, this is how the filter function works. What's interesting for me is that if I copy such measure, create a new one, and this will be volume 2, so this is the same one, but I will not use the filter, but just a regular statement that the global sales must be higher than some number. And we'll add the second one here, it should be the same. And also if I would use any filterings, then still it is the same. The difference is that the filter function creates an additional table based on the standard table we are using, and then it counts any measures we need from that partial table. However, the second option just filters the current table row by row and calculating the aggregation we are needed. So ChatGPT tells me that actually this option is faster, it's better, especially for the bigger data sets. So it's interesting if actually filter function is used in normal example situations, business situations, and we will see that in maybe later projects. For now, that's all for today. Thanks again and see you soon. Peace, guys.